What's up, guys? PowerManiac720 here, and I have for you round 4 from the Springfield Premier Challenge. I'm going to get right into it. My opponent was Dan. I do not remember his... I don't know if you remember his real name is Dan, but he leads Lopunny Sylveon. I lead Shiftry Ninetales. And of course, I have a huge advantage here because Shiftry's Fake Out is faster than Lopunny's. It's because of Chlorophyll. And he was very surprised by that. He actually thought that he was going to outspeed me, so I don't think he knew that Shiftry got Chlorophyll. Because his face was just like, what? Like, his eyes got so wide when this happened. So I picked out the Sylveon, actually, just so I didn't... I figured he was going to go Fake Out on Shiftry. So I went for Fake Out on Sylveon, because I didn't want to take a Hyper Voice. As Heat Wave, as you see, does a nice chunk of damage to both Pokemon. He actually withdraws Sylveon here, which is fine with me. And he sends in Suicune, which is even better, because I actually end up Leaf Blading that spot. Because, I mean, that's what I have that does the most damage to Sylveon, especially physical moves. So, I don't know if you thought I made this prediction or not, but, like, that was just my best move. And ends up being a critical hit and bringing it down to, you know, 10% health. But activates the Citrus Berry, which brings it back up to, like, 35%. As I go for another Heat Wave, luckily it hits both targets, which is going to knock out Lopunny. And brings Suicune down to where another Heat Wave. I mean, the burn, I burn it here, but the burn doesn't really matter. I mean, Leaf Blade next turn would have knocked it out. Heat Wave next turn would have knocked it out. So it's fine. And you see Aegislash comes in here for my opponent. So Aegislash goes for the Wide Guard, which is fine. I just go for the knockoff because I want to knock it out. It actually activates its Weakness Policy, which I pretty much see on every Aegislash now, which is really annoying because I hate Weakness Policy, but what are you going to do? Heat Wave is blocked by Wide Guard, so my opponent goes for the Scald here, which I'm not really too concerned about because Suicune's pretty weak, the sun's up, and Burn's going to knock out Suicune, so you know, I'm feeling really good about this because of course my opponent has Sylveon in the back, and I can just Leaf Blade it here for the KO. And if he goes for a King Shield, like, he's gonna most likely fail. And if he goes for a Wide Guard, then, like, I just KO Sylveon with Leaf Blade. So, you know, not the worst position to be in. As you see, I do pick up the KO. And of course, next turn now I can just knock off and Heat Wave for the win. There's nothing he can do to stop it. So he ends up forfeiting at that point, knowing there's no way out. So, you know, the Sun lead didn't have to make any switches. Like, they just swept through the team, which is really nice. So, feeling really confident going into round 5, especially seeing the other records of my opponents. So stay tuned for round 5.